Hello, welcome to a new video on this series. I'm Eduardo Lina and I'm going to introduce you to how to work on vocabulary on Moodle. You can certainly use your Ministry of Education Moodle platform in many ways to help you teach vocabulary and then help your students review and be tested. I'm going to show you a couple in this video. We'll try to do so using the guidelines provided in the Ladders program, but remember, this is not official because I am not an official representative of the English department of the Ministry of Education. I am just a high school teacher like many of you. It's a good idea to teach vocabulary in context. To do so, I will use a Model G Background examination. This way, I will not be breaking any copyright laws because I am, just like you, authorized to use Ministry of Education stuff. Of course, you can use any text you want as long as your Moodle platform remains closed or private only to you and your pupils. However, we must always respect intellectual property and be aware of copyright, of course. Let us take this test, a background examination, as an example. In order to upload that background examination onto my platform, I must turn on my editing button and then look for the place where I want to add this. Allow me to take section 13. I will add an activity and resource. Since I want to add something that is external to Moodle, that is to say, that it appears in another site, I will add it as a URL. A URL is a resource that allows me to bring into Moodle anything that is outside Moodle. For example, a background examination. This is the color of music, module G. I have given this a name and now I need the link. And this is the link that I have chosen to add onto my platform. I add it here. I must decide how I want it to appear. It's always a good idea to have it in a pop-up so that students don't lose sight of their Moodle platform. I may add a few more things, but that's enough for me. Should you want to, you can explain, you can give a description to what you're adding onto your Moodle platform so that your students know what they are about to see. So this is the description and I want it to be displayed on the main course page so that my students can see it. I save this and return to the course. And here it is. I added it to section 13 and this is the text. Notice. When I click, it appears in a pop-up. And there you are. I may want to pre-teach vocabulary and have my students review it and be tested using Quizlet. So how do I integrate Quizlet into Moodle? I have created a Quizlet and I'm ready to share it. Once again, I will do so using the link to that Quizlet. I will add it as an activity or resource. In fact, it is a resource, once again, URL. And I do it in the same way that I have already shown you. I paste the link here. I have written a description to be displayed on the course page. And once again, I want to use it in a pop-up. By returning to the course, I can see how this has been added. Notice that if I want to pre-teach vocabulary, I may put this on top of the other. And this one, the color of music, module G, I may hide it from my pupils. Let's have a look at it from the point of view of a student. I switch role to the role of a student. And then I have a look at what I have already done. Here it is. I only have the Quizlet because the other one is hidden I have returned to my role as a teacher, and now I'm going to have this shown. Let us now see how this appears. The color of music on Quizlet appears this way in a pop-up. You're probably familiar with Quizlet, so you know all the things that you can do with it. This is a good point to show you how Moodle can do much more than just bring stuff that is there on the net for you to use on a Moodle platform, because Moodle offers a lot of ways for you to get your pupils to, for example, review vocabulary. Look at all the games that Moodle allows you to introduce. To do so, the first thing that you have to do is to create a glossary. We create a glossary in the same way as we create any other thing on Moodle. Once again, we will call it the color of music, vocabulary. This way, I create a glossary, and if I want to, I will be able to write a description so that it is displayed. In this case, I will not do it. This is a secondary glossary, but I may have it as my main glossary. It is a secondary because I have another glossary on this platform, which I'm not sharing with you on this video. And now I will be able to create different entries. How do I want these entries to appear? Well, in a simple dictionary style. There's no need for me to change anything. Do I want to have a grade? Not necessarily. So I'm going to save this and display, and now I will be able to create my first entry. There are two ways to add a new entry. You may search for a word or a term that you already have on Moodle and that you have added to another glossary, or you may simply want to add a new entry by clicking here. Let us pretend that the first entry that I want to add is vocabulary. Here is the concept and here's the definition. If you are looking for definitions, you may use an online dictionary, and that may help you save a lot of time. I'm using this dictionary, and notice that I'm adding the definition. Moodle allows me to add pictures or even a clip if I want to by using the rich editor. I may add some keywords, and in this case, my keyword is the color of music, because I want to remember that I have used this on this glossary. I can even add a file if I want to, and I may want this to have this automatically linked, by which I mean that if the term appears anywhere on your Moodle platform, it will be linked to this definition. Clicking here in this box will mean that the word is automatically linked. I can also add tags. Saving the changes will help me see that the first word, vocabulary, already appears in my dictionary, and here it is. Vocabulary, all the words in a particular language. I have added a few more words, so this is what a student can see. Here are the words and the definitions. It's time now to create a game so that students can review as they play. Moodle allows me to create different games. I'm going to choose a crossword. I'm adding a crossword now. Once again, this is a crossword that comes from this glossary, the color of music, vocabulary. There are different options. I suggest you choose them. And now what I'm going to do is save this game as a crossword. Save it to return to the course. Notice, please, that a new icon has been added. Crossword. Shall we see how it appears when I see it as a student? I switch role to the role of a student, go back to the section. Notice that there's not much work for you to do. Having created the glossary, Moodle will create the game easily, and I want to attempt the game now. The Color of Music. And that's the game. That's a crossword. There are other games on Moodle which you can try. And of course, when you decide, you may create an exam based on the vocabulary that you have taught. This has certainly been a long video, but I hope it can be of help to you. This video has been created using Screencast-O-Matic. When creating it, I have used Quizlet, a text grid examination provided by the Ministry of Education, the Macmillan Online Dictionary, which is very good. The Ladders program has given me ideas on what to do, and of course, I have used images from Moodle, but I have made it a point to use images that are labeled for non-commercial reuse. Thank you very much for your time, and goodbye.